Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. This is your match preview for Leeds United versus Chelsea Football Club, taking place at Elland Road tomorrow afternoon on a Sunday lunchtime, the beginning of Super Sunday, because after that I believe we have Newcastle versus Manchester City. So that's going to be an interesting one to see if Newcastle have bridged the gap, have they begun to mess about with the big boys? Are they there yet? Not sure if they are, but tomorrow will be a good indicator. But we start off Sunday with Leeds versus Chelsea. This, for what it is on paper, doesn't look like a big of a deal. Leeds versus Chelsea. You look at that and you think, this is Chelsea facing a bottom half of the table team. In reality, no. Leeds versus Chelsea, if you are not aware of the rivalry that goes years back, Leeds versus Chelsea is a very heated fixture. And Chelsea fans don't like Leeds. Leeds fans don't like Chelsea. It is what it is. It goes back decades. It goes back to the days of hooliganism. But it's going to be a very tasty affair. It's a game that both take seriously. Even though there's difference in levels, but they both take it seriously. It's a derby. When you think about it, it's a derby that's not a derby. It feels like a derby even though the two teams couldn't be more far apart. One is from the very north of England and one is from the very south. So we'll see where it all goes down tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. But before we get into the whole Leeds versus Chelsea, I'm going to give you my thoughts, how I think it's going to go down, how I think we're going to line up. We've got a couple of injuries and whatnot. We'll get to that. Before we discuss any of that, I saw something despicable yesterday evening, after I posted my video for all of you, and some news came out and I look at it and I want to throw up. I'm like, this can't be real. This can't be real. It's funny. I remember coming across the story and I was reading it. I was on my phone. I was like, you're bluffing. You're bluffing. This isn't true. There's no way this is true. I turned to my dad and I was like, this can't be true. I refuse. This isn't true. There's no way. This journalist has put his reputation on the line. I'm about to show you exactly what went down. This is what I saw last night, and my heart was in my mouth. Sammy Mockbell of the Daily Mail saying, exclusive, Chelsea make shock inquiry regarding Harry Maguire's availability as Erik ten Hag prepares to drop the Man United skipper for the Liverpool clash. Now, there's actually more. This came from The Guardian, so this came today. Let me show you this. Chelsea considering Harry Maguire if Wesley Fofana deal falls through. Okay. We have got to address one thing first. That's Erik ten Hag dropping Maguire for Liverpool. I have to say, as someone that's a neutral, I'm going to be honest. As a Chelsea fan, I wouldn't want Maguire dropped because I think he'd put in a blunder for Man United. But as a neutral, I would go, that's a fantastic decision. Why has it taken so long for a manager to do that? I don't understand. What's the hold up with dropping Harry Maguire? Drop him. But, if I'm going to put my blue tinted glasses on, and not even just my blue tinted glasses, my common sense logic glasses, yeah? This can't be true. Personally, I'm looking at this and I think it's a smokescreen. It has to be a smokescreen. It has to be a story that has leaked through to put pressure on Leicester to sell Fofana because they're dragging. If they're dragging, but then again, I think, hang on, if we're going to put a smokescreen, are we really going to try Harry Maguire? Like there's no other centre-backs in the world? What's going on? We could have used any other centre-back. Literally, we could Tyrone Mings. Yeah? Chelsea interested in Tyrone Mings from Aston Villa. If Wesley Fofana doesn't happen, all of a sudden Leicester go, oh, okay, we might have to hurry up here. Either look, we take the 77 million, or we might not end up with anything. We might just end up with an unhappy player, right? That sort of thing happens in football. But Harry Maguire? Nah, surely not. Surely not. It's so funny. I see the Man United fans all over social media yesterday coming together to try and sell Harry Maguire like he's the second coming of Christ. I mean, it's absolutely unreal. And you know what's funny? We could use this situation to get Barcelona involved if we want. Oh, we want Harry Maguire. All of a sudden, let's try and tempt Barca to hijack this. Let go. Hey, Barca, we want Maguire. Just letting you know, we want Maguire. Are you going in first, or shall we meet you there? your hijack that you normally do for us? Do you wanna go and get Maguire? Go on. We can't compete with you. Go and get Maguire. Go on, Barca. He's yours. We should just do that to them. Yeah, just do that to them. Why not? But I want to believe that this is not true. Let me just say this clear. If this is actually true, if we are actually trying to go for Harry Maguire, or we are even thinking of going for Harry Maguire, all the good work that Chelsea have done this transfer window becomes null and void. I don't care. And for anyone that is actually saying, oh no, but Harry Maguire in a Chelsea back three would actually... Get out. Get out, my friend. No. Leave. Leave. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. No way. Harry Maguire. Are you guys serious? If there's anyone that actually thinks that Maguire to Chelsea is a good thing, I want to ask you, are you serious? You must be bluffing. Please smash your head against the wall, have some coffee, put some cold water on your face, and wake up. No. Hell no. Honestly, as I've said, I don't want to believe this is true. I think it's a smokescreen. But if there is something legit to this, I'm sorry, I'm asking questions about Tuchel, about Bowley, about everyone's perspective of world football and how football works. I'm sorry. Because this guy should not be linked with us whatsoever. The guy is a running liability. He's a running gag. He's a prank. He's a meme. Right? I can't come up with more vocabulary for Harry Maguire. I just can't. But I have to say, if Ten Hag is dropping him as Man United coach, right? As Ten Hag would, good decision. Now, let's jump to Leeds versus Chelsea. And hopefully, Fofana didn't get picked today for the Leicester game because, his head is elsewhere. Let's just go and get Fofana. Leicester, let him go. Just let him go, Simple as that. Anyway, Leeds versus Chelsea. This is going to be an interesting one. Leeds have actually started off quite well. Beaten Wolves, then the 2-2 draw to Southampton. Not the best result in the world, but they're looking all right. Rodrigo is doing bits for them at the moment. We've got to keep our eye on him. But apart from that, I should think that even man for man, we should be ahead of Leeds United. We have a couple of problems though, and those are injury concerns. Kante is out for weeks. We've already addressed this, and I've told you my thoughts on Kante. Kovacic has a knee problem. He's going to be unavailable. So in midfield, we've already got limited options. Broja is, I think, going to be unavailable, although he might just make it, but I think he's going to be unavailable because he picked up a little injury. Apart from that, though, everyone looks like they are ready to go. But how do we move forward in this game? How do we do this? Now, look, I have to say, the performance against Tottenham was fantastic. Did we capitalise on the chances we should have? Maybe not. But overall, in the way that we played, much better. Much better than the Everton game. Much better than what we expected, considering that our pre-season didn't go as well. If we keep up that intensity, we keep up that level of the fluidity and the level that we were passing at, fantastic. I think we'd beat Leeds tomorrow. But one key thing we have to mention here, we have to finish our chances. And I feel like I'm going to sound like a broken record until we get a striker in. If it's going to be a Aubameyang or Ronaldo or I don't know, any one of you guys. You play up front, come in. But if we can get a striker in to start really identifying this problem and to find a solution, then happy days. But up until that point, I think it's going to be an issue. So, going into tomorrow, how do I think the first 11 should be lined up by Thomas Tuchel? Who do I think should play? Let's get into it now. Here is what I think Thomas Tuchel should do tomorrow. So, starting off in goal, we go with Edouard Mendy, without question. Edouard Mendy in goal in between the sticks. There's still no news on Kepa. Has he left yet? Or have I forgotten? Has he actually gone? I don't remember anything being official. We'll wait and see anyway. But anyway, Mendy in goal, without question. Koulibaly, who has been absolutely phenomenal. And the graphics have been updated. Thank you, Premier League. That's one thing I can thank them for. Not their refereeing, though. But Koulibaly, he is definitely starting. He's been magnificent. Since he's walked in, he's been just a breath of fresh air. Absolute beast, absolute monster. And the way he gets stuck in is beautiful. Koulibaly at left centre-back, without a doubt. If we go to centre-back, it's got to be Mr. Thiago Silva. Hands down. Alongside him, we, against Tottenham, decided to go with Reece James at right centre-back and Loftus-Cheek at right wing-back. And that worked quite well. But is that really a good long-term solution? No. Is that a solution that we really need to implement against Leeds United? I don't think so. So for tomorrow, and the fact that it is a game that I think is going to be quite heated, I think we need cool heads. And I'm going with Azpilicueta. Azpilicueta for tomorrow should be able to do a job. If anything, Chalobah, But SP at right centre-back. And then at right wing-back, we go to who we are best accustomed to, and that is Reece James. For sure. Reece James at right wing-back to provide us with more attacking threat. And I hope he switched on. Tottenham game, he looked good. This game against Leeds, I hope he starts kicking on in that right wing-back role, because prior to that, the Everton game and pre-season, he looked asleep. So hopefully he's on it. At left wing-back, without a doubt, another person that's come in and done an absolute madness is Cucurella. Now, updated graphic, he's not Brighton anymore, he's Chelsea. Again, shout out Premier League. Once again, not thanking them for the refs. But Cucurella, left wing-back, he's been immense. Since he's walked in, this is the level of player that I'm screaming for. There are players like Cucurella that can come into the Chelsea team and you just look at them once and you go, yeah, you are the level. You are the level that we expect. You are it. You're already it. You know? There are players that they impose themselves. They have quality. They have all that strength. They have that speed. They have that technical ability. They belong at a club like Chelsea. Those are the sort of players we need, and Cucurella definitely fits that mould. Hence why I wanted him for months. And we got him. Chilwell is going to find it hard to get back into this team, I'm not going to lie. It's a good problem to have, though. But for now, Cucurella, he's on form. He keeps playing, so play him. In midfield, this is where it gets tasty. I'm seeing calls for Gallagher. And I get it. But Gallagher doesn't fit into this team unless Jorginho plays as a single regista, or a single six, or a single DM, however you want to put it. Because with a single six, we're able to have 2 8s. And if we're having 2 8s, Gallagher comes in. But I don't think we're going to do that, because Jorginho in that role can get exposed. We already know this. We've tried and tested that since Sarri. So he needs someone alongside him. Gallagher is not a player that belongs in the double pivot. Even though I'm seeing people go, no, Gallagher plays tomorrow. I've got a thing that I reckon he might play tomorrow. But would I do that tomorrow? No. I think, if anything, even Loftus-Cheek is better suited in the double pivot than Gallagher. Gallagher, I'd like to have a little bit more forward. And you know what? That's just popped into my head, and I might make a little adjustment in this lineup, you know. But we'll get to that very shortly. Loftus-Cheek alongside Jorginho, I think will be the double pivot, and I think is the best two that we can possibly go to now if Kante and Kovacic are out. Gallagher can fit in, and I've just thought of this right now. I've gone with Mason Mount ahead. But he wasn't that impressive against Tottenham either, was he? Against Everton, he definitely wasn't. He was asleep, just like Reece James was. Against Tottenham, better, but out of the whole team and out of everyone that upped their levels, he upped it the least, as far as I'm concerned. It was Mason Mount that you could say was a little bit of an outcast against Spurs. He had moments, and he even had some moments off the ball. But overall, as a collective, I felt like he was missing a bit. You could have Gallagher in that role. If Gallagher plays tomorrow, he replaces Mount. That's where I see it happening. But again, I don't think Mount will be dropped. And I have to say this, and I want to be honest, right? I think it's wrong to persist with a player just because of the name on his back. Yes, it's Mason Mount, and we know what he can do. But if he's not in form, if he's not looking good, and it goes over a run of games, you're dropped. I don't care who you are. That's how I see it. I understand that a player of a profile like that should be playing, because you never know when he can switch on, and when he does switch on, he switches on. But if that form continues, there needs to be an eye on him. Not just because he's Mount, that he stays in the team. That shouldn't be how it is. So I just want to make that clear. As I've said, if Gallagher does come in, he comes in this role. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. Although I reckon Mount will start. And against Leeds, who we know can be quite physical, Mount, I reckon, should be able to have a good game. I expect Mace tomorrow to kickstart his season properly. Because against Leeds United, he's the sort of player you kind of want on the pitch. So Mason Mount starts. And then up top, I reckon we don't have a choice. Aubameyang's not here yet. So we'll go with Sterling, who's been magnificent, and we'll go with Kai Havertz alongside him. And I do reckon those two and the Mount behind could be a 3, could be a 2 and 1, could be a 1 and 2. We'll see what happens. But Sterling's been class for us. He's been, since he's come in, just like Koulibaly, just like Cucurella, he's been another signing that has impressed. And I'm hoping he gets on the score sheet. I'm hoping Sterling now starts to find himself getting goals because he definitely has the ability. I think against Leeds, where I think we're going to try and dominate, physically it's going to be tough. But physically, I reckon Sterling, with his quickness, his agility and his dribbling, should be able to get past and hopefully create some chances for himself. So Sterling, I'm hoping is going to score tomorrow. I reckon he will. We'll see what happens. But Kai Havertz as well. Kai Havertz had a very good game against Spurs. He needs to score, though. He needs to score. There's this one thing where it seems like at times he does everything you want, just like Timo did. But does he score? No. Havertz can't fall into that trap. If he's playing up top, he needs to bag in the goals. So I'm hoping Havertz scores. We'll see what goes down tomorrow. But yeah, that is the 11 that I reckon Thomas Tuchel should go with. That's my starting 11. And if I'm going with a score prediction, I'm going to keep this fairly modest. I'm going Leeds 0, Chelsea 2. I will say Sterling and Havertz to score. Let's say that, and let's see what happens. I don't think, I'm saying that because I kind of want it to happen. Do I really think it's going to happen? I think it can. I don't think it will. But I'm going Sterling and Havertz to score 2-0 Chelsea win tomorrow. Let's see what goes down. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear all your thoughts and opinions on this. And let me know how you reckon it's all going to end. Who would you play? Do you agree or disagree with my points? Let me know. Much appreciated. And I will see all of you tomorrow after it's all said and done in the match review. So I will see you tomorrow. The review won't be immediately out after the game. It will be a little bit after the game, not immediately after. So don't, be by your screens going, oh my God, it's on its way. It won't be. Maybe a couple of hours afterwards it will be. So keep your eyes peeled. I will see all of you then. Thank you all so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash like button if you've enjoyed this. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one, people, in a bit. Take care and peace.